I'm not the one that decides that.
You really want to cross that button, eh?
We've been live for like a minute.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm
Good.
just writing down something so that when it comes, I can just read it out instead of trying to remember it all. If it
You
comes.
guys fucked up. Here is your...
Gentlest TPK.
I'm writing down a list of all the bad things that could happen.
All
Actually,
right.
I actually considered before we get started, actually,
Mhm.
I had considered doing something, and I figured that I'm not going to do it now, and I'm going to throw it by you guys to see what you think for maybe future events. I considered doing, like a random encounter table, but a mini one for this heist, in the sense of every once in a while you guys roll a dice, and depending on what you roll, maybe it's something that helps you a little bit, like the guards patrol down a different hallway, or maybe it's something that might cause a problem, like one of the employees takes an active interest in you, something like that. Nothing huge, nothing that would like you roll bad and the heist is over, or you roll good and the heist is too easy, but just little random things to throw in there. The problem with this is one of twofold. One, it leaves a bit up to chance. Like, you guys could be doing really, really well and roll a die and, have something kind of bad happen, which might make you feel bad. Or you could like it because it throws in a little bit of chance. I don't know, but I figured it'd probably be best to bring it up to you guys before I just kind of throw that in there.
Not on this heist.
No. Like
Not
I said,
on-
not here.
Yeah, not on this
So
thing.
does that
we
mean we're
spent-
going to be doing heists in the future?
No, more like,
Probably.
is that something you guys would be opposed to if you were... It would have to be some sort of set piece. Like, it would have to be not a heist, but once in a while you guys come across, like, for example, when you went to the space station of the pirates. You know that you're headed to this place to do something difficult, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be
Fair
something like that.
warning.
But, yeah.
It-
I don't know. I still don't know if I'll do it or not, but I figured it'd be something that the group should probably have a say in before I just thrust it upon you.
it is
I
an
don't want to be planning for like months, and then it's just like, here's a random chart.
It is an
Like,
interesting
that's interesting.
idea for something that we haven't planned out as thoroughly.
Right. Okay.
Speaking of plans, what's our plan?
I don't fucking... You got a plan? We looked at it.
First things first. Hi, welcome everyone.
Oh yeah, hi.
Last time on 3 Galaxies Z, Goku. No, last time on 3 Galaxies, our intrepid adventurers had started their fateful heist that they have been working towards, and dare I say, preparing for expertly. It turns out, the effort and sessions you guys have put into preparing for this has made it gone very smoothly. All things considered.
Mm-hmm.
Had some hiccups. Almost had one of your NPCs get into a fight half dressed, but everything as it stands right now, everyone on the first floor is either one of you or tied up and gagged. And you are preparing to enter the second floor, where the actual vault is. A couple of things to keep in mind. You do have a heart at the security cam, basically at the security control center, so she has vision on the cameras and all that, so you know the current locations of everyone downstairs. You also know that this girl right here is give me a second, Cheryl Deeks, and you need her fingerprints and retinal scans to get into the vault door right here. So with that, I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys actually discuss said plan.
Okay. So what are we doing? Are we like?
What are
But-
we doing?
I don't know. Boop, 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 boop.
Like, are we going to adapt parts of what we talked about? Are we going to just do it and take the risk? Like, what are we doing, guys?
I'm still kind of voting for the more stealthy version.
Yeah, how would the stealthy version go, though? Are we just sneak?
Sneak. We
Are we
we
just
sneak
sneak?
to woman, grab her, sneakily go over to door. Sneak
We
snack her
can
face
go
into
solid snake. Just grab a cardboard box, you'll be fine.
the... think I
Robotron.
could do that.
Oh, of course you can.
Not, not actually.
Dude,
Oh.
is that a ludicrous spell? Just turn yourself into a cardboard box and blend in with your environment? That would be great.
I don't think I need that spell.
Oh, that's right, because you're a ninja.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Right.
that was a half-ass plan.
Was.
So-
Sure was.
I mean,
Let's go.
is.
Alright. First things fastest. So all of their stuff seemed to be in, like, this business for their MDC whatnots.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
could do either a sneak approach and try to take them out one by one, or it seems they're probably all generally caught off guard, and if all of their MDC stuff is down there, we could just literally run in as fast as we can, and before they can actually put on anything, get to them.
Oh no! I don't think they have MDC armor. I know they have MDC guns.
They're
Which
kind
we
of
have
relaxing
NPC
at the
armor.
moment, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, don't the guards have SDC armor?
Yeah, they
Oh,
all
that
have
too.
SDC armor.
Okay, Squid, correct me if I'm wrong. Do they not have MDC armor and weapons?
They have MDC armor and weapons stored in those rooms somewhere, but they do not typically wear them around. So basically, it's the difference between normal uniforms and riot gear. You don't carry the riot gear around with you, but you got it in your bunk somewhere.
Thought it was only weapons. My bad. My bad.
Gotcha.
So here's what we should do. Let's go with the Anna, hey, Robotron needs you idea. Talk to him, try and get him to go, and then take him out when he goes upstairs. And then we can one by one go and try and silently take out this guy, then the next room, this guy, then the next room, this guy. And these are the only actual viewports other than that person. We could talk to Hart and try and get these doors to lock.
We
see
could
if that
also
works.
take out the lighting in that area.
It's true.
A la
Oh
Anna.
yeah, are the locks electronic or are they turny?
Turny.
Do they
No,
turn?
you know,
Is it like a deadbolt? There you go.
it depends on what you're talking about. The rooms are electronic locks. The vault itself is purely mechanical. Well, that's not true. The security system to open it, the fingerprint and retina scanner, obviously is electrical, but the door itself is
The
mechanical.
actual mechanism is mechanical.
Right. Correct. However, things like the guards' rooms, the doors that go in and out of the labs, those are all sliding electronically locked doors.
So in theory, I can manipulate them to be locked.
Yeah.
If they're electronic.
Yeah. Are these
So
see-through doors? These?
The ones the scientists are in? Then
Yes, all the
Yeah.
ones, pretty much all the ones on this level, with the exception of the bathrooms right here and the personal quarters here, are all glass see-through doors.
Okay.
So any of these that pretty much look like glass doors are, like I said, with the exception of the bathroom and these rooms, because that would be really crappy if they couldn't even get some privacy in their own bunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for this wall section, this is solid, not see-through, correct?
Correct. It's
And
just
then
these doors
this
here and this
section-
door here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so
Glass,
it's just
glass.
this section here and that, and then this wall
Correct.
right here is
Is a wall.
solid. Okay.
Solid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Same with all these down here. Pretty much the only see-through part are the doors.
Okay. That clarifies some things. Awesome. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Going down, and then trying to take out one by one,
Yeah.
by two
I think-
by one.
I think this guy should be the priority though, because he is out and alert, while the other ones are relaxing. So they're off
So
their
go
guard.
after
He is
him
on
first.
his guard. Yes. Probably using trust or something like that to convince him to go upstairs.
Or, Indigo could always flash her bra.
I mean,
So could Anna in that logic, but we don't need to do that.
Anyways.
But yeah,
as
we can
a
always just
backup
leave
though.
Anna. That's plan Z. Yeah, so maybe having like Anna and Indigo come down and be like, "Yo, you need to head up. You need to head upstairs. Indigo and I will stay down here." Obviously, not with names. So then he's like,
isn't she like something Thiffle?
Well, we probably shouldn't use those names. We probably shouldn't suggest any names.
Okay. That's probably a good idea. All right,
Aaron
so
Thistle is what you were saying.
Heron Thiffle. That's what it is.
And Andrea Paylor.
No, it was Patience.
No. Patience Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I wrote down your first name, not the name it changed to.
Yeah. Because I forgot about the P thing initially. Yeah,
It's
so
better
we
than the receptionist Pachinko.
Oh.
Pachinko.
Anyways.
All right, moving forward.
Yeah, we just have to be worried about the lady at the very top, since she can kind of so even though the people in the glass rooms are still in rooms, they have to look out the door. She's kind of in open area
Yeah.
because there's blind spots, but she has less blind spots.
Mm-hmm.
As to why at least Indigo should stay by the vault door, so she turns around and it's like, oh yeah, no, there's still a guard there. There's something suspicious about that.
Yeah, that seems good.
Okay, so we should start with that.
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like
Okay.
yeah.
So you are, if I understand correctly, you are leaving Hart up at the security center to kind of keep an eye on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And everyone else is headed downstairs, so Indigo is going with you, or...
Indigo will come down the actual hallway with Anna, and I'm assuming everyone else will probably stay on the stairway or at the top of the stairs.
Got it. And you both have donned on your uniforms?
Yes, with the mask.
All right. So, let's go ahead and just move your tokens down there. And when you approach, you go downstairs. You also find that as you get to the lower level, things are fairly cooler down here. It looks like it's probably a chilled 65 degrees Fahrenheit down here, which is, since I don't know what that is in Celsius,
I'm Google.
cold enough that you would not want to work here for 8 hours without and still expect to feel comfortable.
It's less than room temp, normal room temp.
Exactly. Yeah. And you get down there, and from what you can see, you don't see anyone from where you are. You see down the hallway all the way to here. You can see the barracks rooms. You can see through the door up into here. And you don't... Hang on. Do you... Give me a second. Yeah, you don't see anyone in this room up above you.
The here?
Yeah, correct.
Well, probably trying to mimic the walk that Robotron was doing.
Not impossibly
exactly.
hard.
Not like probably as stiff, but similar.
Got it.
Yeah.
Indigo follows behind you.
Very fast paced, apparently. And then we'll go up to this guard and say, you are wanted upstairs. We'll stay down here and guard the door.
I'm sorry. What? This is highly irregular.
What's the numbers again to Robotron?
9,000.
The what? Yeah,
9,000.
9,000. Mm-hmm.
Robotron 9000's request.
Roll me a trust check. Make it harder by 15.
Is that including the bonus?
We still have
That
that
is
plus
not.
5, right?
So yes, you still have that plus 5 bonus, so make it technically harder by 10.
So 1d100 plus 10. There you go.
That succeeds. 5 out of 11.
All right. The guard looks back and forth between you and Indigo and goes, crap. Probably shouldn't. What's he doing now? All right, fine. But I'm not coming back. My shift is over. You're here until. What does he want? And then he
She
just starts
gives him a
walking
thumb
away.
up.
All right.
And she'll whisper a message up to the people upstairs saying he's coming.
All right. Kid's gonna be waiting just out of sight at the top of the stairs, waiting for him.
Okay. It doesn't take very long. He starts going up the stairs, muttering to himself. You can hear him muttering, swear to God, if he makes me clean the toilets again for the 3rd time, I am going to... And that's right when he gets up to the top of the stairs.
All right. Kid would be crouching, and they're gonna try and trip him.
Okay. Roll to strike.
Okay. Oh shit! I don't have my thing up. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. Alright, so that's just strike plus hand to hand plus what's the bonus again? That's +1, right?
Your strike.
No,
You don't have the bonus anymore. No.
That's right, because that was the first thing. Okay, yeah. So then it's just +6, right? Because it's +3 for the hand to hand.
Correct.
Yes. All right. Did it?
All right, that's enough to hit.
Yeah.
That's enough to hit. He doesn't get a chance to really dodge. He's not paying attention. So,
Thinking about toilets.
So you're attempting to trip him. I don't know if there's any actual rules for that. And pardon the background noise; it'll be gone in a second. Here's what I'm going to say: your attack does no damage, but gives him a chance of falling down.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll roll a sense balance check. Oh, that'll be fun for him. Well, nope, he fails it. So you trip him successfully, falls right on his face. Well, his masked face.
Can
Ka-thunk.
I do something?
Sure.
I'm gonna
normally, like in a surprise moment like this, I will give everyone one action before.
Okay. I will reach out and put both hands on his back and activate my shock gauntlets.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let's try and roll to strike.
Correct.
16, so he has to roll a save versus non-lethal poison, beat a 16.
Well, he still has a chance, because at this point, something's weird. So he has a chance to dodge, but I'm going to give him a severe penalty, because it's on the ground, face first. So, no.
No.
So what does he have to save against?
Non-lethal poison, 16. Or higher.
Got it. Nope.
No.
All right. As another
All right.
card that is unconscious.
All right. Then I will spend the time picking him up, taking him over to the other guards over here, and tying him up.
Just toss him on the pile.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, in the meantime, the downstairs has been relatively quiet. As far as you guys know, no one's been alerted to anything. So there's that. Lucas, where are you right now?
I guess since he's not entirely part of a lot of this, he might still be generally back at where he was. You guys want Lucas to be anywhere else?
I don't mind. Currently, he's watching some of the inmates, prisoners. I wouldn't mind you coming down and helping us, though.
All right. I wouldn't mind helping. I just don't know what I could actually help with.
Well, we do need to try and incapacitate these guys down here. That's our next goal. As stealthily as possible, with as little noise as possible. And I think a certain ninja would work very well with that.
Okay. Well, you gotta give him something to knock out somebody.
Or perhaps someone who dropped out of ninja college.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
true,
what
I
you
guess.
ninjas-
I'm sorry. Maybe you should stay up there. You're not qualified, you know?
He's a ninja major. I don't know. Has it been enough time that Lucas is no longer considered enrollable in that college? Because otherwise, technically speaking, it could still just be a degree in progress.
I have no idea.
That's what a lot of people do. I didn't drop out of college. I'm just still going. Eventually.
Expensive.
Well, I'm not actually enrolled in any classes now, but I have a brochure. Okay, that's weird. So, Lucas, you're headed downstairs, yes?
If you need a
s-
blunt, you can borrow one of Anna's neural sticks.
I suppose so. It's not entirely like yeah. Neural sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want Lucas to be a key component in its success, yes.
Sure.
So once you're headed down, you get a message on your comms from Hart. She gives you a quick update. It looks like that the guards downstairs don't seem to appear to have noticed anything. However, Lucas, you especially, and Isaac and Kid, you could probably hear this from where you are. You'll notice that several of the guards are waking up and starting to make noise. And she mentions that she's not sure if people downstairs would be able to hear them or not. But it might be something worth looking into. She also has a suggestion. She goes, so I've been looking at the options here. There's a thing I could do. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but I could flood the PA system and all radio channels with stuff and keep them from being able to talk to each other or possibly hear much, but that would also alert them that maybe something's going on. I don't know. I can do it if you want, and I can lock the doors to here so no one can get in to stop it, but it's up to you.
Well, out of character, I'm just saying, if there is a recording of Robotron 9000 on his blog, I would find it really hilarious if she flooded the PA system with that, and the radio system with that.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
We would probably need to move a bit quicker, faster. Whatever grammar is correct.
Hart could let you know that there is no recorded anything, but there is quite a collection of Robotron 9000's diaries.
Like audio diaries?
No, but she'd be happy to read them.
No.
Oh.
What she should do, does she have access to a text to voice program?
Yeah, a text-to-speech
Oh
program.
my God. I gotta imagine that in the future, your personal computers, especially hers, would have some form of passable text-to-speech program. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just want to do this for the bit.
Oh my God.
Just because it's funny.
That I'm down with it just because it's funny, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Piff?
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, yes, I would
Okay.
love. Timing is important, but you know
Timing,
what?
yes.
Maybe
Maybe when
we
we're
could.
all outside the doors.
Yeah. Maybe it could be a thing. Because they're waking up, we could potentially go just try and sneak through and stealth into one of these other places. Like, sneak through to, like, here and stealth over here. Turn that on so maybe they rush upstairs. Try and figure out what the hell's going on. We have access to this person now.
And just keep people eyeing the door.
Yeah.
By the way, just in case, just to be absolutely clear, you guys have inserted the USB, correct?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Got it.
That'll be probably just as we're going into the vault, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's only 10 minutes.
Wait, USB?
The one with the virus.
The virus that turns off all of the security systems and whatnot.
Well then,
For
who's
10
a what's
minutes.
it?
Yeah. Pylon's invention. Pylon.
Okay. Do we want to see if that'll work? Because even if they don't leave, we can still just jump in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
See if what will work again.
The reading out using text to speach. Maybe.
Right. When do you want to start it?
That is a good question.
Because I mean, as far as Heart's concerned, I mean, she's kind of a computer prodigy. She can throw that stuff in an app pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And get it going at your beck and call.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When
Maybe
we're
we might-
hidden?
Yeah. I
Do you
guess.
want the guards taken out now, or do you want to just turn it on and see what happens?
I'm tempted to just have it turn on and see what happens, and have the text to speech go, "I'm bored of all of this," or something like that, and make it so that it seems like Robotron did this on purpose, just to annoy people.
I'd like to think it's the other way around.
It was someone to annoy Robotron?
Yeah.
That makes more sense in my head, because I'm like, why
Yeah.
would he annoy them this way?
I'm going to read you all my
Wait.
personal diary.
What were the two that were in the security room? What were their
Francis and
names?
Francis.
Okay. Francis and Francis coming at you with some entertaining stuff from
Yeah.
Robotron. We found his diary. Now listen to this.
And if we type that in text and then have the text to voice do that, then we don't have to worry
Exactly.
about that's not their voice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do we want them just to wander around upstairs on their own, or do we want to knock them out as they go upstairs?
I think it would be interesting if we knocked them out.
Alright, if we're doing all of this, I want Lucas to be... Oh, can I move my token? Give me a second.
Should be able to.
Okay, yeah. I would like Lucas to be in the bathroom. I'm assuming that's not going to be invisible sight for most people.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like going down here,
The
I think
bathroom
there's
over
not
here?
going to be anybody.
Correct. Yeah, those are the only bathrooms that you see. You don't see any on the first floor.
Cool beans.
Yeah. I'm cool with just hiding in the foliage up here at the top.
First, real quick, Piff, go ahead and roll me a D100. Not a great chance, but there's always a chance maybe someone walks out of a room right when you're going down. Just don't get above a 90. Okay, you're fine. All right, sorry, Burn, you were saying?
I'm cool with just hiding in the foliage.
Got it. Okay. I will let you know it is. Oh no, you're wearing MDC armor, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm wearing MDC armor and also have a camouflage set on it.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. What looks to be very stiff and pointy branches, basically just break as you squeeze into the bushes and turn on your camouflage. Roll me a prowl check with the bonus for the +5 and then whatever bonus the camouflage gives you. Just so I have an idea of how well you are hidden.
74 out of 95.
Okay, that's pretty well hidden.
Yeah.
All right. What about Anna and Kid?
What is like in the very bottom left? Is that just a stairway farther down?
So yes. So it's a stairway to like an underground storage room that has if you want to explore it, which you're welcome to, has toiletries, toilet paper, paper towels, things like that, styrofoam cups.
I was just thinking hiding it in this corner here.
Okay.
Since there was only one guard at the vault to begin with, 2 would be suspicious. And just asking Indigo to stay there, please.
Sure. Roll me a D100 just to be on the safe side. Okay. All right. You're able to get down there, no problem. No one down there. It's pretty. I mean, it's like a supply closet. You don't typically find people just hanging out there.
Yeah, figured.
Where does Kid
All right,
want
Kid,
to be?
What about you?
That's a good question. Is there any particular place that someone wants them to go, or like, because
The Kokomo. Get there fast and then take it slow.
well, all right, guys, you got this on your own, right?
Yeah. You could just watch the captives for now if you want.
I don't know, pass
Lucas,
out.
very cheap generic square soap that you find at like Motel 6. All right, you take 3 of the square little bars of soap. They are unfragrant, unscented, so they smell very soapy.
Unfragrant.
Yes.
All right. I don't know. Do you guys want Kid to sneak in and start working on these guys, or?
Well, we're not. We were seeing what they're gonna do first when you start the broadcast.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, then
So maybe if you hiding in one of these rooms down here, maybe that don't have glass. Is that the other bathroom?
This space is just open, right?
Yes, correct.
DM?
Yes.
So maybe like
correct.
here.
All right. And then what about this space?
Actually, no.
Is this a glass room open?
Yes, correct.
Or... Okay.
Those are actually showers right there.
Oh.
So no, that is not a glass door. Those are showers.
I was gonna say. All right. So then, Kid's going to hide in here with. Would the door be able to be like partially propped open?
Not really. These are sliding electronic doors. I mean, you could prop something in it, but there's no way to do it and make it look like someone just left the door open or something. You know, you like think Star Trek Next Generation. The doors slide open and closed.
That's dumb. I'm not saying you're dumb. Kids saying that's dumb.
You could always double up on the upstairs. I mean, we have 2 downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah, sure. Kid will wait upstairs, and if you guys need them, then, scream, I guess.
Well, we have we have Robotron for that. We have radios for that.
Doesn't mean you can't scream. I'm just saying.
Yeah, true. True. But that true.
Anyways, and scene.
Okay. So you were all get into your positions, and then you ask Hart to start. Oh my god. So you ask Hart to start spamming all radio waves and the PSA system, the PA system. Sorry. Well, I guess it is now a PSA system. No, the PA system with the following. Attention, everyone at D&M Mining Corporation. Francis and Francis here. It seems Robotron 9000 has left his personal diaries in the room with us. We thought you might enjoy hearing just a few bits. Entry number 26. I am surrounded by chaos. Everywhere I go, I am struck by the fact that everyone is not as good as I am when it comes to almost anything, but especially organization. I found Sergeant Dipkins and Corporal Hinkins canoodling in the conference room for no less than 36 minutes and 27 seconds. I sometimes ask myself why I did not stop them sooner. Perhaps I am lonely. And it just goes on and on. Entry number 38. There is no toilet paper in the bathroom. I am not sure what to do now. I cannot leave in this state, and I just enacted a strict policy of no bathroom breaks except once every 3 hours. I am in despair. And it just keeps going. Apparently there are a mass amount of diary entries, all fairly embarrassing. Apparently Robotron 9000 is someone who likes to pour his heart out in his diary entries, and oh boy, does he have an arrogant heart to pour out.
Wonderful.
Downstairs you notice a lot of chuckles, a lot of laughter, but no real movement to investigate upstairs. It seems, well, no one can really see anyone except for Indigo, who will over the radio at one point go, "Yeah, I mean, they're just standing around laughing. I don't think they care to stop it."
Out of character, can we just use this as a distraction and not bother taking them out yet?
I mean, yeah,
And just worry about the
probably.
scientists?
Yeah. Like maybe shut down the power over here, the lights. So then
Well,
we
that might
can
catch their
go-
attention, though.
Right now, Hart is flooding all forms of communication, right? That includes the comms.
Not your personal comms, no.
No, but the comms between the guards
Correct.
and everything, which means
their personal
they
radios,
wouldn't,
all those channels.
Yeah.
yeah, so they wouldn't be able to communicate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
if we just leave this, then they won't be able to communicate with each other. They won't be able to coordinate. Like, if something does pop up, I say we just use this as cover.
Yeah. My
Okay.
my only
And
thing
go
is these are glass doors, and if we go and get her, which we need her, then they will see us. Unless we have one of you two go and grab her. Then we can just walk in and walk out.
Yeah, is it this gal or this gal, the one that we need?
Oh, it's the top one.
All right, so it's this gal. All right. In that case, we could probably have like a couple of people like round them up or like keep them in that room, and then have someone else take her to the iris scan.
Yeah. Iris and palm print.
Well, Anna can still try and manipulate that too, if we don't want to forcibly use her. If it doesn't work, and then we're going to have to, but...
True.
But wouldn't that trigger something if it doesn't work?
If we use the USB, I don't think it will.
So then do we want to use it now?
Well,
if once everybody gets in position, I would think.
But with like the way of manipulating, the way I understand is it'll just be like flipping a switch. So it wouldn't... She could probably manipulate it in a way where it doesn't seem wrong.
I don't know. I can't remember what we said we were... what Squee said. What did you say, Squee? Would Anna be able to just fully manipulate this, or would it be a check or something?
Fully manipulate what?
The lock on the vault doors.
The electronic parts of it.
Yes.
Well, so depends on. Yeah, so I know you have skills to modify electronics. What skill would you literally be looking to use? Because it matters greatly.
I'll be using a psychic ability first.
All right, to do which psychic ability?
The manipulate electrical devices.
Got it. You would be, and is there any sort of check with that? Hang on, let me take a look at that. Unless you got it right in front of you.
I have it right in front of me. There is no check.
All right,
it's
what
just
does it say you can do?
Like flipping on and off a light switch, turning on a microwave, just by thinking.
Yeah, I'll let you know that right there. You have enough experience to know that that would not apply to a maximum security locked door, because that is simplistic things. Like you said, turn on a light switch, turn on a microwave. This would be passing several checks and circuits to get it open. So it could certainly help you, but it would not be enough in and of itself.
Yeah, I'd say we just grab her. Or at least that's my opinion, yeah.
But if it's less than 12 different functions, though...
And
it does say stuff like it can, like, turn... It's not just, like, flipping switches. It'd be like, you can turn the volume down, you can change the channel, you can, like, change... You can dim the lights, you can change the speed.
True, but I would have to say that in the spirit of the game, it also wasn't meant to be a universal key. I would say that on a normal lock, like say maybe the locks for the barracks rooms or the normal doors, it wouldn't be too much of a trouble. But to say that ability in and of itself could get you into one of the most secure rooms probably in the 3 galaxies is a bit of a stretch.
What if I combine that with a pick lock check?
That I would say gives you a severe bonus. Yes, technically severe is a proper word to use, but does not convey the right emotion. I would give you a pretty good bonus to it, as long as the pick locks is for electronic locks, not mechanical locks.
I'll go look up the wording.
Because, well, hang on, this is a little confusing. Because the way to open it is electronic, the door itself is mechanical. So theoretically, you could use either. It's just mechanical lockpicking is going to have a very severe penalty to it. But either way, that ability would help, no matter which method you use.
It literally says does not include electronic locks. Okay.
Now, you could still use that. However, if picking locks is the idea of getting into a normal locked door, like a deadbolt or a padlock or things of that nature, It would also, I think, utilize skills for breaking into safes and vault locks. So you could use it here. I would say that if you use your psychic ability to manipulate the electronic systems, that would cancel out the penalty you would take for trying to open this door, for the most part. So that's very confusing. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think here very quickly because we're talking about literally picking the lock to a safe that is one of the more secure ones in the Galaxies. It would help, and you could certainly give it an attempt, and it wouldn't be insanely hard to do. It would be difficult, but not impossible at all.
Okay, well, how about you guys? What do you think?
I say go for it. Like the main reason that I wanted to grab her in the first place was because I didn't think that you would be able to manipulate it the way that you apparently can now. So yeah, if we can do this without having to alert anyone, that would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
That would
Just
be.
rob them blind and leave.
Mhm.
That
The
would
only problem
be
is
amazing.
they are in eyesight, so they could look over and go, "Why is there a bunch of people going into the vault?"
Hey, Lucas.
I'm in the toilet.
I know you are.
Are you literally at the toilet, or are you just in the toilet room?
Hold on.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm in the toilet. Now what?
Do you have any like illusion magic that might be able to mask what the hell's going on over there, or even something that would like keep their attention like over in this kind of direction rather than this one?
So, like, there.
I can make lots of guns.
Maybe
Hey.
not.
If you just want a distraction, I can distract.
Distraction that won't give away the fact that we're here.
That's gonna be harder.
Shoot. Can Hart see where the scientist people are looking, like where they might be perusing in the room?
Sure. She has pretty much the same view you as players have.
All right. Is there a particular area that they're focusing on, or are they just kind of puttering around?
Right now, they are standing in the middle of the room in a circle, laughing.
All right.
They were working on stuff. They seem to have ceased caring for some reason.
What
Yeah, I wonder why.
What if Indigo stood right in front of the door with her back to it, like she was guarding it?
I mean, that
Oh,
would
yeah.
that would cut off the line of sight from here.
It's the chick upstairs with the chick at the top will still have eyesight, but not these three.
Yeah.
How distracted does she look?
She actually seems more annoyed than amused and is continuing to work at her desk.
Oh, then yeah, that should be fine. Like, as
Uh-huh.
long as you're not making giant noises, it should be fine.
Where are we going to put in the USB though when the time comes?
Doesn't Hart have it up in the security room?
I believe you
Oh,
left
okay,
it
yeah,
with Hart because
yeah.
it needs to be
Oh,
submitted.
okay.
It needs to be entered in. Well, technically, any USB connected to the security systems, but the security room is the most advantageous place to put it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
I think what we should do with that is as soon as we have the door open, we stick it in, go in, get everything that we can, and get out.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that part, yes.
So, although if I recall correctly, I think the entire floor also had
Yes.
the sensors.
Well, still the door open when we're standing out here.
Yeah, so once the door is open, we stick the thing in, because that disables the floors, correct?
Yeah, it disables the floors, but
Correct.
I thought this... Is this an actual door, Squee?
Yes, it is.
Well,
Okay.
it'll still probably have an understanding of, oh, there's going to be a door here.
Well,
So here's the thing: the
hold on.
USB will disable all the sensors. So the
I
floor sensors, the blood sensors. Sorry, go ahead.
I could have sworn that the reason why we needed the eye stuff was not for this door, but for this door. And this
There is
door.
no door there. There is no
The-
door there.
No,
What?
those are stairs, aren't
There's
they?
only one door right here. Those are stairs
Oh.
leading downwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is one entire vault, not two separate
Yeah,
vaults.
yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
That was a complete... Okay, yeah. So then Indigo could just stand over here. Anna could go and mess with this. And if she gets in, she gets in. And she can get whatever she needs.
And if not,
For
we can
10
grab
minutes.
her.
Yep. And if we do need to grab her, these guys are still distracted. And you could call us down. We can deal with these people, lock them in or whatnot.
Well, I don't want
And-
you guys all down here now, anyways.
You won't, or you would?
I do. I would.
Okay.
Oh, well then, Kid'll
'Cause-
come down.
Yeah, because I assume Kid wants to go into where the actual stuff is in the vault.
Yes.
I'll hide
Maybe if
out
one
in
of the
this
guys
closet
getting
then.
the orb.
Yeah.
Well,
My
the more
only-
people in there, the faster we can do things.
Yeah.
It's
We
true.
just need to keep one or two eyes out here.
We just need to hope that she doesn't look over here, because otherwise she'll
Yeah.
see all these random people.
That's why if we're all inside, though,
Yeah.
then the door is open. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
And Indigo is kind of out of her blind sight then, and she can hopefully hear her coming and give us warning.
Anyways, moving to go over
So I
here,
think all-
please.
Moving who where?
Squee,
Indigo.
Indigo over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Give me a second. So she's gonna go that way.
Thank you.
She's actually she's going to face the door. And then when hang on, let me do something real quick. I want to be as fair as possible about this. Yeah, okay. She's gonna face the door, and when one of the scientists looks around and sees her standing there, she just gives him a big thumbs up, and they continue to just enjoy the show.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So as it continues on, Mrs. Robotron 9000 needs to charge, and Jackson is using the only outlet in the room. God damn it, I hate him.
Mrs. Mrs.
Oh, boy.
So
Okay.
Anna.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. You please reduce the ISP as you attempt to manipulate the electronic devices.
Okay.
And make me a pick lock check, including the bonuses that this will give you and your 5% bonus. Make me a pick lock check at a minus 10%.
Okay. That succeeds by 10.
Okay.
I thought that was minus 10, not plus 10.
Well,
No,
Well,
plus 10
harder
makes
by
it
10.
harder.
No, she was right. She was
Okay,
right.
all right.
It makes it harder by 10.
regardless, I
I-
passed.
I will let you know just right now. I mean, it was going to be like a negative 30 to it because you're attempting to open an insanely difficult door.
Mhm.
So this takes about 10 minutes.
Fair.
Because as I said, you are picking the lock of an incredibly tight, secure, safe vault door. Could anyone please roll me a D100 for so Indigo is pretty much blocking the view of the scientists. They're just having a good time because there seems to be no shortage of these diaries. Roll me a D100 for Cheryl Deeks, as technically her eyesight is not blocked, but she is at her work.
Do we need to pick a higher? Oh, never mind.
No. Basically, this is more of a 60-40 thing. So try and get below 60.
Done.
Wow.
Well
so
done,
all the
Anna.
bad rolls from last time are paying off now.
Don't jinx it.
Okay. So Anna, incredibly skillfully, you find out, Anna, that without your psychic abilities, this would have been nigh impossible, even for someone. Because what's your lockpicking skill?
75.
Right, that's what I thought. That's a really high skill. I mean, for lockpicking. So even for someone of your level, this door would have been almost impossible. However, you were able to use your electrical manipulation to bypass several of the harder steps. So instead of having to break through the entire door, it's more like you had to tease the lock open, if that makes sense.
Yeah. To be fair, backstory wise, this might not have been her first time doing something similar to this too.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
So after about 10 minutes, you hear the final chunk that tells you the lock has been deactivated and you can push the door open at any time. This is a pivoting door, so you will pivot inwards.
Okay. Lucas, you can also join us or you can stay out here or whatever.
Or he can stay in the toilet.
Or he can stay in the toilet.
I'm gonna see if there's more clues over here.
Okay.
Right. And at this point, we want Hart to insert the USB, correct?
I do believe so. USB now.
Okay. Hart will do so. And right as she is inserting the USB, you are currently hearing over the intercoms. Excuse me. I was able to complete the task of cleaning the maintenance lockers 6.33 minutes faster than anyone else on the squad. My record, as always, has been maintained. She activates the USB and tells you that after about 30 seconds or so, she says, "Okay, sensors are down."
Kid immediately runs in.
Out of character, Isaac and Kid go into the item vault, and then Anna can go into the computer area.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys enter the vault itself. It's very cool in here. It's about probably another 5 or 6 degrees cooler than the rest of the room. Though most of you in your armor, you don't feel it since you're environmentally sealed. Just your sensors are letting you know, hey, there's a drop of temperature in here.
So Anna feels it.
Yeah, Anna feels it, and Anna, it's not unusual for you in your experience. What you are looking at right now are very high-end servers, so it's probably cooler in here because servers tend to run hot. What you are looking at are 8 database servers with no passcodes, because apparently they thought that if you've gotten into the vault, you don't need one, that contain a wealth of information. And what you find will depend on A, what you're looking for, and B, how much time you spent looking. Do you mind if I go to the other 2 first?
Yeah, do that first.
Okay. Give me 1 second, you two, as I need to finish something real quick. Give me about 30 seconds, guys. 1 sec.
You have to finish that.
2 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 second.
Bag.
Yes, that infinite toiletry bag. That's
Yeah.
great. I love that. Motorcycles. Woo!
Forms of transportation. Hi, chat.
Hello.
Kilo.
Do you guys remember what the exact wording was for Finn Mookie? Was it just to figure out the information or to get rid of the information?
I believe we needed to get and then delete the information.
I can't remember specifically about deleting, but I do know that we need to get information about who is specifically targeting the black market shipments.
Correct. To give you guys Burn is almost exactly correct. What was asked of you was to find out who was targeting them. Now, I believe you guys may have already discussed on your own, or Finn Mookie may have mentioned it's been a while, but obviously if you can do something about it, that's even better. Mm-hmm. But the goal is tell them who it is.
Yeah, tell them who it is.
And possibly why.
Okay. And that is so much easier than trying to change everyone's minds.
Yeah. I remember... I seem to remember getting any dirt on who it is as well.
Okay.
Although I could be wrong.
Well, she probably would appreciate that no matter what, even if she said it or not.
Yeah.
All right. So, first things first. Inside the other room, so this vault is separated into two. They're not rooms. It's more like there's a 3-foot dip on either side of the walkway. So you guys can still see Anna, unless she's behind one of the servers, of course, because the servers are taller than she is. But you can still see each other and talk to each other. In this room are a collection of items. First and foremost, in the center, displayed on a very beautifully crafted white marble pillar, is the golden orb. It is obviously the centerpiece of this collection. To either side, kid, you will see many different artifacts, all that appear to be old. And when I say artifacts, I mean like goblets, cups of strange design, tablets of actual stone, written documents, which is very unusual for this time period, pieces of clay. It literally looks like ancient crap to you, but honestly, given your intelligence, I'm sure kid wouldn't have too much trouble realizing where these are. These are probably valuable items of some kind, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they have historical value, perhaps they are collector's items, whatever the point, whatever it is, they're in this vault, but they are typically mundane items. There are two other items of note. One is a medium-sized pistol of strange design. Next to the pistol is a singular dart that looks to be made out of pure silver chrome. The pistol seems to be opened up at the barrel where the dart would be inserted, so it's a one-shot, one-dart weapon. And at the base of the pistol is a metal cable that runs to what looks like a small, specialized personal computer. And the other thing that you see is a spherical container inside a metal frame. And when you open this container, because it's basically like a black sphere suspended in a metal frame where the top of the sphere has a little handle to just pop off the top. And inside, what you see is a translucent, very viscous-like goop.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Well, how much of this would kid be able to cram into their arms and carry?
A lot. Quite a bit. All of them are labeled meticulously, you'll find. That as you start kind of picking them up, they all have labels like most of it doesn't mean much to you. Tablets of Arthea, written documents of the third dynasty of Ator, things that you don't recognize. But you, in your arms, can carry, it's not a weight problem. It's the size of your arms, really.
Yeah, that was the question.
Tell you what. I will say, what would you concentrate on? What kinds of things? Because there's all kinds of artifacts here. So what do you think Kid would concentrate on?
Probably mostly like the super shiny things or like the weird stuff. Written stuff they wouldn't be as interested in, mostly because they're illiterate.
Okay.
But
so here's what Kid can get. On the table that Kid is standing next to are a collection of a large collection of jewels. Now, all of these jewels are tagged with again labels that denote that they were jewels of some importance, and whether they are in and of themselves very valuable, you don't know at a first glance. But there are things like a golden crown, a necklace, a jewel encrusted cup. There basically it's an entire table full of shiny objects that are either jewelry or objects, basically objects of everyday life that are encrusted with gems, if that makes sense.
yeah.
You could carry, I'd say, a good, especially like if you put the crown over one of your horns or something, a good 15 items or so.
Kid just starts putting everything like on their horns and around their neck and just scooping stuff up.
Isaac, the two items of note that I mentioned have labels to them as well. The spherical container in the metal frame has a label on it that says Armor Gook, and the pistol has a label on it that says System Shutdown Dart Gun.
I'm writing this down.
Take it.
You hear Anna's voice in the back of your mind.
Okay, so I would imagine that because we brought so much rope, we probably have a container, like a backpack or something.
Sure.
I mean, this is a heist, so...
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll just shove those things in my backpack.
Okay.
Along with the gold orb.
Got
I'm
it.
not leaving without that. You can't make me leave without that.
I understand. It's a fake. No, I understand.
I swear to God, Squee. if this is a fake as well.
No, you put it in your backpack. No, the second... Oh, that's a good point. You have to touch the golden orb, correct? The second you touch the golden orb, your vision actually blacks out. Have you ever had... I'm sure everyone's had, like, sensory overload. Like, usually it's pain. Like, you stub your toe, and you stub it so hard that, like, your vision goes black.
Yes.
Because your brain can't process anything due to the intense sensation.
Back when I was in middle school, I had heat stroke. And I would imagine it would be very much like that.
Yes. It's not painful, but your psychic and even your undeveloped magical abilities, because most people have some very small, minuscule magical sense to them. They all have PPE of some kind. Is overloaded when you touch the golden orb to the point where you grow dizzy and your vision blacks out for a few seconds. You can't tell what the orb does or is. You know there are certain magical items that when you touch, it imparts knowledge onto you. This does not. What you can tell from the second you touch it is, inexperienced in magic as you are, it feels like you are a needle in an ocean. It feels vast and immense.
And I'm putting it in my backpack. Zip.
And the sensation stops once you let go.
Yeah, that's freaky.
A little bit. Going over to Anna. So 2 things, Anna. First, what you searching for?
Mentions of Zeberon or Finn Mookie, and 2 snaps. So kind of Zeberon and or 2 snaps and or Finn Mookie. Shut up, phone.
Got it. Roll me a computer operations skill. No penalty.
Bonus.
Yeah, the 5% bonus is still in effect.
Yes.
Okay. You managed to find it. It doesn't take very long. It takes you. The only thing is, it takes you. What's your computer usage skill? Operator
90.
skill. Okay. The thing is, it takes you a bit of time. It takes you about 5 minutes because there's so much information here. You have to go to a couple of different servers looking for what you're. And I'm assuming you're
Fair.
probably like setting the searches up in a few of them, and then moving on to the next one, setting the search up, and
Yeah.
after about 5 or 6 minutes, you find what you're looking for. There is information there on a contract taken out by D&M from Senator Teal to disrupt all black market activities on Zebron by any means possible.
Oh shit.
I did not consider that.
Fucking politics. God damn it.
Now, in case you don't remember, many of you are familiar with the Senator Teal. Senator Teal was the target of Magnolia's assassination attempts.
Date.
Oh,
What's the date?
and what was the date associated with this?
This is associated after. This is actually was only inputted about less than 2 weeks ago.
So she probably figured
No, I'm
out.
sorry. Probably 3 or 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah, she probably figured out that Magnolia used the black market in order to try and attack her, so she is going after them.
This is
Probably.
gonna be interesting.
Again, politics. Who loves them? Pretty sure nobody. But anyways.
So took you about 5 minutes or so. You have 5 minutes before the sensors go off. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Okay.
Just start
Very-
data mining and drag up everything you can.
Actually, just in case, anything involving a certain Ian Hyde. Very briefly. Maybe last 3 years?
Roll me a D100, please. No, you know what? Roll me your computer operating skill, and I'll just go by how well you roll. Wow.
Bro, well,
Wow. So, okay. So, in order to avoid just giving you something so important off the top of my head, like just coming up with something right now, how about we say this? You find a file marked Ian Hyde. It is
Okay.
encrypted. You are certain that you can break it, but not in the amount of time you have here.
okay.
And that, out of character, will give me as a GM time to give you something that is worth a 12.
Okay.
Make sense?
Diana.
I have another idea for things to look for. Before we have, or while we still have a little bit of time. Are there any other requests from Zebron to this mercenary company? And I'm talking like big names like Senator Teal or one of the other senators or bloody. People in power.
Sure, if you want to, Anna, roll me one more computer operation check.
Would it be fair that I brought something to store these files on?
Yes. You guys were going to be looking for data, so yes.
Yeah.
Plus, if nothing else, you could hook your personal computer up to it and use it like a storage device. So, 30. Yes, you find no less than 32 individuals, either in high-ranking positions or medium-ranking positions of some importance, that have at one point in time in the past 20 years contracted this company for not just for actual mining, but for more shadier aspects.
Okay.
And the only thing is, this list, you could download this list. None of these names mean much to you because you've not followed politics. You know that they're listed as like, director of Sector 3, and they're listed as this or that, but the names mean nothing to you, so you're not sure how influential they may or may not be. It's more that you found a list of influential people that this company thought were and kept them in a separate file.
Yeah, no, she's only interested in black market
Wow.
politics.
Got it.
Wow.
Yeah. But that
Blackmail.
you did find a file of 32 different names.
Okay. Throw that onto whatever we're storing it on.
Okay. And that's going to be about all the time you got. That's about the 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, can I get Lucas?
Mhm.
Lucas, Mr. quite literally, possibly party pooper. Roll me a D100 during this time. Unless, first of all, is there anything you would like to do during this 10 minutes?
Not really, no.
Okay. Then please roll me a D100. All right. So about 5 minutes into what they're doing, you're in one of the stalls. Do you have the stall door open or closed?
Probably, it's probably just, I guess it would just be closed, sitting there,
Okay.
not doing much of anything.
You hear the door open. You hear footsteps. You hear the door next to you close, and then you hear like, ah. Can you believe this? Those Francis brothers. Holy crap.
Crap is right!
Oh, damn, brother. Yeah, giving you trouble again, huh? Just remember, just like last time, just hold down and stop if there's blood. Like, he gets very concerned tone all of a sudden.
That means a lot. You've always been there for me.
What is this game?
I don't know. I have to imagine they're not on alert at all. They don't think anything's wrong. You guys have quite literally either subdued or infiltrated this place so perfectly that no one on this floor thinks anything is wrong. Except for this poor guy who thinks that one of his friends apparently is going through some tough times.
He's going through some real shit.
Okay. You can't yell at me for making that pun and then make the same pun.
Do what I want.
He gives you moral encouragement for like 3 or 4 minutes until he's done, and then flushes the toilet, washes his hands, knocks on the door, and says, "Hey, brother, if it gets too bad, just yell or something."
Oh, I'm trying not to.
All right. And then he leaves the room.
Oh my god.
So
Look at what you've done.
Jesus
So-
Christ, Lucas.
here's the thing. I'm not just going to keep everyone rolling until someone eventually fails, despite all your really good rolls tonight. Due to good rolls, and I have to say, opportunistic thinking and clever plotting, I don't see any reason why you're not just going to walk out of here. I mean, like I said, I could make you guys all roll again in case someone fails, but at this point, that just seems kind of artificial.
A little bit redundant.
Yeah. Everyone's having a good time listening to Robotron 9000's diaries. Hart will mention on the radio that it looks like Robotron 9000 is glaring daggers at Francis and Francis, who just keep shrugging at him.
They timed it. They put it on a timer, I swear.
But they are all pretty much muffled and gagged. I believe you all gagged them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we did.
So that's a thing that's happening. As long as you get out of there before the sensors reactivate, there's literally no reason I can think of, short of just throwing something in front of you, that would stop you from just walking out of here.
So yeah, let's just walk out of here. Grab as much loot as we
That's
can.
not quite true. You can't go through the DNA sensors unless you're Indigo and Anna.
That's okay. We can go back on the roof.
We can just break them.
Well, we can. There's a ladder on the roof. We can.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We should probably take some of this mining equipment out here because of the next thing that we're going to be doing.
Right.
So, this is a fence, right, Squee?
Correct. It's a wall, actually. It's a very
Okay.
large, tall wall.
Okay.
But that said, the gate that you see is just a simple metal removable gate that opens and
This
closes
one?
for vehicles to go in. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But this is a DNA scanner.
It has a DNA scanner attached to it. Yes. Or around it. Basically, the entrance is a gate that opens up, and around it there are DNA sensors for anyone who walks through.
Okay. So, could we just take one of these things and go through the wall
Well,
and avoid the
Possibly.
DNA scanner? Because if the DNA
Possibly.
scanner is going to be a problem, then we shouldn't go through the front with the DNA scanner.
Well, the way I described it is that when you pass through the DNA scanner, the readings, whatever they are sent to the security headquarters.
Mhm.
There is currently only one person in the security headquarters, so I can't imagine that even if you pass through, like going through the DNA scanners is not something that sets off alarms. It just tells people who you are if you're anyone, and it can raise flags, but all those flags would be raised by someone at the security center going,
Oh,
hey, this person has no background.
then it's not a problem. We all just leave out the front, go grab
Yeah.
whatever machines we want, and go and load them onto the ship. Have Hart erase all of the stuff again, all of the DNA tracks and all whatnot, and have Hart and probably Isaac get picked up on the roof and done.
Well, honestly, like I said, now I think about it, you don't even have to go to the roof. I mean, you could walk right through the DNA scanners. It'll blip up on the computer that someone without a background walked through DNA scanners.
Yeah, but then they have your DNA on file.
That is a fair point.
Yeah. So I'd rather just have all of everybody except for Isaac and Hart go through everything, have their DNA recorded, get all the equipment that we need, have Hart erase all of that again, go to the roof where there's no scanner, and boom, we're done.
All right, give me a second. Hart is able to erase it again. Just barely.
All right, then we made it out scot-free.
Wow. Yeah. So, well, not quite. First things first. Who's driving the digger?
Not kid.
Not me.
I don't know if I don't have pilot for that.
Well,
Well-
I'm going to say, does anyone have keys for it or anything of that nature, or piloting for it?
Why, Squee? I picked up keys for that vehicle in episode 3.
I was just seeing if you were paying attention, buddy.
Finger guns.
It was literally doing finger guns. No. So basically, if you don't have keys, unless you want to go look around for them, you would need someone who has the ability to manipulate electronic controls to start something.
What?
What?
And
Lucas
then-
is on the job!
Yeah, Anna can
and
just like
then-
snap her fingers and turn all of them on.
Maybe not.
and then you would need someone who could drive it, unless you want to just try and drive it unskilled.
How different from a ship can it be?
Well, quite different.
Yeah.
By the way, the skill you would need for this would be automotive of some kind.
I mean, Kid can try. They do have a bonus to just skill checks in general. I don't know.
A bonus to
Better
unskilled
than-
skill checks. Interesting.
Because they smart.
They are indeed.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
IQ's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So, do we...
You'd be the best of all of us, but Lucas wouldn't mind trying.
God. So, do we want Kid to just give it a whirl? See
Or
if
do
they
you
don't
want
crash?
Lucas?
I don't see why both of you can't.
Don't know.
Say
You
while
take
rubbing my
one, I'll take
temples.
another. See who starts it first.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Don't crash into the ship at the least.
The ship's flying.
Okay. So, Anna, mark down the ISP to start it.
Okay.
Lucas,
Yeah.
roll me an unskilled driving check, please.
Let's do this thing,
Oh, boy.
bitches.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Lucas, so Lucas plows the vehicle into the back of another vehicle, completely crashing it, and it turns dead. Anna, please deduct the ISP again as you guys get into another vehicle.
Kid's doing it this time.
This time it's Kid. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Kid, what's your bonus for your IQ?
I
So, like, I just
believe
imagine Lucas like, let's do this, and straight into the vehicle in front of him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm scared to drive.
Oh, my God.
All the times to fail.
Oh, God.
You still get that? Oh, wait, no. I think that's still 30 minutes, right? Should be. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you're coming up on 30 minutes, but you haven't passed 30 minutes yet, so you still have that 5.
Oh, so then altogether our Kid has a plus 15 bonus.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Roll under 35.
You can do it, my child.
No.
Fuck!
Ooh, not quite. So Kid is able to I would say this time, like, you grab one that isn't behind another vehicle. Like you grab like first time maybe you grab this one, you ran into this, so this time you guys get in this one. You get in one that actually is not a bulldozer of sort. It has more like a cone shaped drill nose.
Mhm.
And Kid is intelligent enough to figure out the controls to get it to move. However, you're not exactly the best at driving it. And as you go through the gate, you pretty much have to just drill and rip through the gate. You catch the side. And you guys stop for a moment, but Kid kind of is gunning it. And after you hear... and you go. Something came off the side of the vehicle. Not sure what, because you can't really see much from where you are. But something came off. But
To
you
be
managed to
fair-
get out of the gate.
Can kids see where where they're going?
I
She's
mean,
like-
like
3.5 feet tall.
yeah, like if...
Four feet
sorry,
tall.
4.
Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry.
Ooh.
So I'd have to say yes, but it's gonna be like the kid. I mean, this like the literal word kid. That's like up to the steering wheel. You see just their eyes above it,
Just the eyes and ears pointing over.
and kid's not sitting down pressing pedals. Kid is standing on said pedals.
Mhm.
Well, I guess that's why they gunned it, huh?
So you managed to get said vehicle. You're pretty sure it's probably gonna need some sort of repairing, though.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's get another one. So it's time for Isaac to roll.
Oh, God.
You can always just keep driving them out until we get a fresh one.
I mean,
Oh my.
It's not like someone's gonna come check on us. Apparently. They seem very content.
Do you guys want to try and get others, or are you gonna stick with the one you got?
I think one more might be an idea.
And I want to do something after we leave. Like once they're in, but before we leave.
All right. So first things first. Anyone, roll me a D100. Choose high or low, please.
Let's
High.
go with high, seeing as
Yeah!
Okay.
yeah.
So, no one's come out to check on anything yet. And Hart has let you know that there's probably about 3.5 hours worth of diaries.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
And she's just left it going.
Yeah, no point in turning it off.
So
Yeah.
you get into another car, and Kid rolling.
Who's driving this one?
I'm assuming Kid.
Who's
I'm sorry, I
doing it?
shouldn't assume.
Should I try or should I not try?
You went up on the roof, didn't you?
We're all on the
That's
roof, I
true.
believe.
Yeah, I thought you were with Hart on the roof getting.
Yeah,
picked up.
I'm with Hard on the roof. So never mind. I
Lucas
can't
is still ready to fail.
roll. Lucas, do it. Or should Anna do it because she hasn't.
I'm
rolled yet.
good.
Okay, Lucas, do it.
Lucas like jumps into the front seat before Kid can get there.
Stupid
All right.
I just
long
imagine
legs.
Anna's leaning against the wall like, fuck's sakes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So close, Lucas. So
No,
close.
no.
Fuck
It's-
you.
It's because Kid ripped off that side. Now he has a clear view of where to go.
Spinning donuts and then just plows out.
So Lucas, while fending Kid off, almost like with the hand to the forehead as Kid's trying to get into the driver's seat too, manages to somehow expertly pilot this out of the already broken gate.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
Excel parks it. Woo!
Okay.
For fuck's sakes. Okay,
Does the
sure.
suck it motion a few times. Just in general, the desert, wherever we are.
The jungle.
Okay, so we
Fuck you,
erase.
Spider Monkey.
We get all the stuff. We erase the data. We go on the roof. We get picked up, and
Give me a second. And holy crap. Xavier comes in, Jay turns the ship to land it perfectly in front of the vehicle, picks up both you and Hart and the vehicle as if in sync to the storm. Yes, Anna?
Before we take off, I want to use sense electricity to make sure none of these have trackers on them.
Okay. Expend the ISP.
Okay.
So, yes, you do sense that inside there is a tracker. The tracker is actually pretty deep inside the vehicle. You can shut it off, but to get to it, you would need someone like Hart to open it up, or maybe even Isaac to open it up and get to it. But
Yeah,
you,
shut it off for
with
now.
your ability, you can find it and shut it down.
okay, but
Yeah,
hold
shut it
on.
off for now. We'll take it out later. What?
Hold on. We're in a different dimension, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna
eventually it
say,
will.
we're going into a pocket dimension. I don't
Yeah.
think that's really gonna bother anything.
that's gonna be
and
so
in
weird.
that pocket dimension, we have plenty of time to fuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm
so...
still gonna turn it off for her own state of mind.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, imagine somebody going in, like, Prester security, coming in, reading the records. Okay, so they also stole some equipment. We tracked it to this place, and it just disappears. How the fuck?
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. How exactly do you explain them walking into your vault, completely unnoticed, stealing all of your valuables, and leaving, and not a single call was made? In fact, no one downstairs even knew it happened.
Yeah. We're
I
ghosts.
find this very hard.
So
to
many people are
believe.
fired.
So many people.
Oh boy.
They might go down with, like, some insurance fraud type deal.
Well, it wouldn't be hard for you guys to just one of you to know, especially Anna, knowing how this works. They're going to do everything they can to keep this completely quiet. they can't let their customers know that they, a mercenary company, were infiltrated and robbed.
They
Yes,
just
so-
can't ever give back anything ever again.
Mhm.
So, with that, you guys into your ship, and fly off into the damn sunset. You'll have to pick up your satellites, but you don't have any issue just picking them up with the second chance now, because who cares if the sensors pick you up? No one's there to read them.
Yay.
But they will be eventually, though. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I get it. It's
Well,
not being
no,
recorded.
Hart. Here's the thing. Yeah, Hart shut down the recordings and erased any previous recordings. So it's just going to be a blank 15 minutes or so in security footage.
Sweet. We did it, guys.
So, yeah, I mean, just barely successful there.
Yeah, no.
We really got by the skin of our teeth, man. It's like,
It's,
Woo!
I mean, and I'm not like trying to take it easy on you guys or anything. It's just, I mean, you were very prepared for it. You rolled great when you needed to.
look, man.
I mean, this could have been very different if you just didn't unlock the door per se. Or if that first guard that you said, hey, they need you, didn't trust you. Everything could have been different.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
But it isn't. And you have your golden orb.
Yep.
You have something called armor gook. And you have something called a system shutdown dart gun. Would you guys...
Can we call it armor goop with a P?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. That's some good stuff.
Because
Okay.
what you were saying earlier could be a racist term. Just saying.
Could it be?
Yes. It is.
What?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes. It is.
I never even knew that. I didn't
So-
even know that was a thing.
It's armor goop.
What is wrong with this world?
Just like spunk.
Such a
Hey, hey.
great-
No,
Wanted
see
to
that
do
one.
something
That one. There's
more
no
racist.
use for because I knew that one. I just wasn't thinking about this. I didn't even know this was a thing. But
Yes.
like it. But that's a word that used to mean goop. Oh
Well, now let's use
Whatever.
goop.
Stupid world stealing my cool names.
Ah.
Yeah, so you find something called armor goop. Is it safe to say you guys would spend some time on your trip back looking into this or not?
Oh, kids taking
Probably.
all the shiny stuff and going directly to their room.
Okay.
Oh. I'll take a look at some of the stuff. I mean, we
Okay.
have some time until we get back to Zebron, right?
So, yes. Yeah, you have a few hours at least.
Okay.
So, the system shutdown dart gun is not hard to figure out. You turn on the computer and you can just leaf through the computer attached to the gun and it'll tell you exactly what it is and what it does. It is a medium-sized pistol attached to a cable, a bi-cable to a small computer that is designed to be worn on the belt. The single dart, and there is only one of them, is fired from the gun. The dart is, there's only one of them, but it does appear to be reusable. Is fired from the gun at a mechanical target as a called shot with a -5 penalty, i.e. body armor, power armor, robots, etc. Once the dart hits the target, it will take 10 seconds to drill into the armor and attach to electrical systems. The user then makes a computer operations check to achieve the following checks. Disrupt systems with a 5% penalty. This includes messing with environmental controls, oxygen supplies, and other systems to distract and hinder the occupant. The actions of the occupant are reduced by half. System shutdown, 15% penalty. Shut down all electrical systems for 3 minutes. This can hinder body armor and completely shut down power armor and robots. And control systems with a -30% penalty. Ability to gain full control of all systems, including weapon systems, movement systems, and sensors for 3 minutes.
God damn. That's cool.
After each use, the dart does have to be recollected before it
Mhm.
can be used again.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the system shutdown dart gun. By the way, those penalties are to the computer operations check. Then the armor goop is actually a little bit easier to figure out, because once you touch it, it turns out to be a magical source that you instantly pretty much have all the knowledge you need of it. So the armor goop is a magical substance that will cover the body and can be split as many times as you would like it to be, and can, with a thought, take the shape of any clothing or armor that you would like it to. It can look pretty much how you would like it to look. It has 500 total MDC that can be divided amongst as many people as you would like. But the more you divide it, obviously, you have to basically choose how much MDC each division gets.
Yeah.
So you could give 5 people 100 MDC, one person 500 MDC, etc. It can be environmentally sealed. However, it has no environmental system, so you wouldn't be able to breathe. So, for example, you could completely cover your head with this, but then you wouldn't be able to breathe. So that's something you have to keep in mind. And if there's not full coverage, then there is an armor rating, but it's dependent upon how much of the body is covered.
Interesting. That's real cool.
Mm-hmm. 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 So that's what you find there. Yes.
If it gets quote unquote damaged, however that works, so is that like permanently gone, or is that like a?
Oh, you mean if the goop gets damaged?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then yes, it's permanently gone. It doesn't like refabricate itself.
That's cool.
I will go ahead and throw these in the Discord for you.
Please do.
There you go. All right. So you guys are headed back towards Zaberon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So, first things first. On your way back, Indigo kind of takes Anna and basically like takes Anna and says, "We're having a drink."
Deal.
And like you guys go to the kitchen, like pop a cold one.
Fuck the boys. We're doing this ourselves.
And Hart actually is sticking by Isaac's side, and she is absolutely giddy. She's like, "Oh my god, I've never succeeded in a heist before. That was amazing. Do they always go that well?"
No, not always. That was.
Is that how like the pirate base went? Because I wish I would have gone now.
The pirate base was a hell of a lot more dangerous.
Oh. Wait, that wasn't dangerous?
Well, we kind of had a lot of stuff in our favor. We were in reinforced armor, they weren't. That kind of thing.
So what you're saying is that you were better prepared than you were at the pirate base?
Yes, absolutely. That.
Then why did you go to the pirate base unprepared?
Well, we didn't know what kind of situation we were going into. I mean, we were just starting out, too. Plus, I mean, it was in space. There's inherent dangers in space. And we also detonated a rocket into the side of the station, which caused a lot of air to vent. And it was just a lot more dangerous.
I see. Okay. Still, this one was fun.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh, does that make me bad? Does that make us bad? Are we evil?
Why would we be evil?
We stole stuff.
Well, we took stuff from a bunch of people who murder for a living, who also had at the very least the orb stolen from us. So we were more like reclaiming things. That was taken from us.
Fair enough.
Except Kid, they were just stealing things.
Yeah, Kid was just stealing things.
She nods. She doesn't seem like judgmental. She's just nodding. So with that, you guys are able to fly back to Zeberon. Fair to say that you land, drop off the satellites with the Corsair contact?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Definitely recommend the whole like taking care and getting rid of the physical tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're on our way, can we try and take care of that?
Sure. Actually, Hart would probably use this as a exercise for Isaac. Isaac, you have mechanics.
Yeah? What kind of mechanics do
Roll
you
me
want?
Well, what kind of mechanics would you like to try and use to remove a tracking device from a mining vehicle?
Well, I would be lying if I didn't say that I want to use my highest roll.
What's your highest roll?
General mechanics as a 69, but I do have mechanical engineer at 34.
No, see, general mechanics honestly is what should be necessary here because Anna already knows right where it is. Basically, the thing is taking the vehicle apart enough to get to it, which would be general mechanics. Not mechanical engineer is someone who can design things. General mechanic is someone that can take something apart and put it back together. So that's fine.
Okay. Then let's go with general mechanics. 21
Sure.
out of 69.
Perfect. You need Anna there, of course, to tell you where it is, but Anna, I assume you don't have a problem with that.
I
No
just
problem.
imagine she's like
Man.
drinking a beer, just watching. I'm like, it's right there.
Yeah, to the left. Nope, take that panel off. But yeah, you have no trouble. It takes you a good 45 minutes. I mean, this thing was in there really well. This obviously was something not designed to... honestly, if it weren't for Anna's psychic abilities, you'd have no reason to know it was there. But once you get to it, it's a simple device. You unplug straight from one of the cables leading to the battery, and then it's a very sophisticated but simple device. It simply tracks and records information. You could find them on the market fairly easily. It's a high quality one, but other than that, that's all it is.
Okay.
And it does not have its own power supply. It has to be tapped into some other source of power. Like, for
So now
example,
that
this one,
it's
like I said, you
been-
found it attached to the car battery.
Yeah.
Right, so that now that it's been removed, it's essentially useless.
Correct. Until it's
Perfect.
attached to another source of power. Mm-hmm. All right. So you get that uninstalled, and you're able to put the vehicle back together. You get back to Zeberon without too much trouble, land the ship, drop off the satellites, unless you intend to keep them for whatever reason.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, you are on Zeberon. What would you guys like to do?
We should probably give Finn Mookie the information.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow.
right.
Pylon.
Wow. I completely forgot that was there.
Can we
So
remove
did
Pylon?
I.
Thank
Well,
you.
now it looks like the black hole of Zeberon is very kawaii.
Yes.
Oh my god, Zeberon! It looks like it's looking right at you guys. Oh my god, these guys are all my BFFs.
Oh, okay, that's as much as I can delete.
So okay, so you're going to see Finn Mookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You will find her at the usual place, 2 Snaps Old Base. Generally surrounding herself in operations. When you do come in, she looks up. She goes, "I hope you've got good news for me."
Depends if you consider it good news or not.
Well, some news is better than no news. They've been hitting us at every turn.
Yeah?
My operations are down 50%.
We know who
Feels
it is.
trying to kill you.
That kid, no, private.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's speak in private.
Okay. And she'll motion for you to follow her into a more secure private room. And she'll close the door and she'll say, "All right, now what was that?"
Senator Teal.
Senator Teal, as in from the Grand Council.
And the one we were trying, or the one that I was accused on assassinating when your father was still around. Or attempting to assassinate.
I see. Interesting. Kind of. Doesn't make any sense, though. Can I see the information?
Yep. Oh yeah, no, Anna would have brought the files over for her.
Okay. She goes over the files, she looks at them, and she says, "But why target us? It doesn't make any sense. How does she even know about us?"
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe somehow got word of the black market's involvement, but
Or maybe someone's been talking.
Captain Shin assured me that the details of the case were kept private. Well, I kind of made it a necessity for our agreement to avoid exactly something like this. If a member of the Grand Council knew that the black market had a hand in her assassination attempt, she would try and stamp us out. Exactly. She throws the pad down. Exactly what I was trying to avoid.
That doesn't mean one of your people didn't.
We've always had problems with undercover agents.
or just someone not approving of you being leader.
There was a pretty long list of candidates.
What do you mean?
Well, before we went and got you, we found something suggesting that there was going to be almost a contest of sorts to figure out who the new leader would be.
Right. Captain Shin did tell me about that. No. I'm not that inadequate as a leader. I've had them very securely watched, or I trust them. It's got to be something else. Anyway, it's not your problem. So, how did the rest of the adventure go? Did you get what you were looking for?
Anna will get a cocky smile and go, "Yep."
Good. I'm glad to hear it. And out of curiosity, how is our dear D&M Mining Corporation?
Quite a disappointment when it comes to their security.
And short a couple
Yes.
of mining cars.
I don't suppose you would have any evidence of your activities that you would be willing to impart, would you? I could definitely use such leverage to get them to break off their contract.
Well, I'm sure they're quite embarrassed by what we did just now and wouldn't want information getting out.
Didn't you get that list?
That too, actually.
List?
List of political figures on Zebron that apparently use their services for one reason or another.
I'm she stops and blinks several times. I'm sorry, what? Can I see that?
I don't know if Anna would have thought she would to bring that one, to be fair.
No, you stored it on your personal computer. Did you bring
She
your personal
probably
computer
would-
with you?
In theory, I would
Well,
have thought she would
we-
have separated them at least because of the encrypted one at some point.
Oh.
Because she
Okay,
wouldn't want.
well-
She's like, "Here's all this encrypted information I don't want you knowing."
Right. So you do you think she wouldn't have brought it, or if there's a chance? Do you want to roll for it, or do you just think
Let's roll
Anna
for
would
it.
not have? Okay, sure. We'll say a good 50-50 chance. Just choose high or low and roll.
Let's go high. There you go.
Okay. So yeah, you did happen to bring it with you, either through instinct or perhaps Anna thought it would be a good idea to bring it. So Finn Mookie says, "Can I have a look?"
Sure.
She goes over for a few minutes, and there's a few minutes of silence, and then she sits down in a chair, swivels in it almost juvenilely, and laughs and goes, "Oh, my father underestimated you, Anna. This is amazing. Do you know who these people are? They are
No.
top level officials, very important people, all who have used the T&M Mining Corporation for illegal activities in the past. This is more precious than whatever it is that you were looking for. This is fantastic. This-
Credit where credit's due. Isaac's idea.
Is Isaac and Lucas there actually, or is it just Kid and Anna?
Alex be there.
All right.
Isaac would not. He is purchasing materials for that thing that we talked about.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Probably getting that computer program too and whatnot.
Got it. She nods. She says, "Be sure to give him my regards." I assume that this information is for sale of some kind. Yes. Please don't disappoint me now.
I guess sure.
Way to sell it, Anna.
I don't know. I'm sure we could figure out some kind of deal.
She goes,
Very
"I am a little strapped for liquid currency at the moment, but name it, I can get it for you. Need ship parts? Need to upgrade that winged horse of a ship of yours? Better weapons, better engines, better shields? Name it." And she puts on the puts the computer file on the desk and leans back. Name it.
Out of character, ask for a rain check.
Yeah. I'm
Kid?
perfectly fine with, because we had a situation where we needed an AEG and we came to her. I'd be super cool with having that in our pocket again. The ability to go, "Hey, we need this."
Kid? Isaac? Or Lucas?
That sounds like a solid to me.
Well, how about if we have a small opening gift, and then we'll come back for maybe a larger chunk.
What would
As
that
in-
small gift be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe one of those. Maybe like a large squeaky hammer.
Oh God.
Maybe like a big.
I'm sorry. I'm not part of your group. Is he talking in code or
No,
something?
I think he's talking about a squeaky hammer.
He stretches his arms out a bit.
I'm sure there's a reason.
He gets a more serious look on his face. Look, I've been having an inkling for a specific project of mine. I need anything that you can handle. Some sort of mystic handle, some sort of ridiculously fast engine, whatever. Just something to help me out with this particular machine thing. I'm not even sure how to put it.
Are we still talking about the squeaky hammer?
I don't know.
Yes.
She pauses and she's like, I are you asking me if I can give you an engine to attach to a squeaky hammer?
Not one of the weirder ideas.
Done. I mean, hell, I don't know if such a thing exists. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but damn, for this list, I'll make it somehow. For an opening present, right? I understand.
I was about to say, I don't think my friends would like me very much if I asked for all of that for just an engine hammer.
Kid's
She shakes her
staring
head.
holes into the back of his skull.
After what we've been through together, I'm not here to try and nickel and dime you. If you want a favor, you have a favor when you need it. And if you need some sort of jet engine for a squeaky hammer, I'm sure we can get it done. Come back in, say, a week.
Keep your eye out for anything that might be squeaky hammerish. Handle, maybe a head for it. Maybe just a big old juicy magic source. That would definitely get it helping.
I will look for some sort of proper propellant. There are in the she kind of like she's like struggling to talk, not from like lack of knowledge, but more struggling to have this conversation. She's like, in some of the more family-centric trade quarters, there are games of chance, one of which includes a game of strength where you take a large squeaky like hammer to then try and hit the bale and win, like, I don't know, whatever kids are going for these days. You could look and see if one of those are for sale. I guess we could ask something custom to be made. No, I'm not going to skimp on this. You guys have done me a great service. There are any number of skilled engineers, and believe it or not, one toy maker that I can think of that owe us favors.
What did the toy maker do?
Something about taxes. Or not wanting to pay them. You know how it is, the boring stuff, but the boring stuff tends to be quite important in the end. Lucas, my very, very strange friend.
It's me.
Give me a week. I'll see what I can do.
Yay.
She's like eyeing you. like she's giving you the exact, like, the Heath Ledger Joker, not sure if serious look.
He is like cuddling like a nothing in front of him. And then he like stops for a second and gets like a very serious look, but not changing his like body like position. And turns his head. I might need to drop some blueprints.
Okay. Give me a week from the time you drop the blueprints then. In fact,
like rushes out of the room.
yeah. She goes, or okay. Is he always? And she just kind of like points and waves her hand a bit in his direction.
Yes.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
Well then, is there anything else I can do for you? Well, what are your plans now?
We have to get a dead guy.
I'm sorry, Okay, I seem to be saying this a lot in the past few minutes, but what?
I don't know how to explain that one, to be fair.
Fair enough. Leave it as a mystery. If there is anything you need from me, let me know.
Of course. Thank you.
She nods and then starts perusing through the data pad again. Oh, dear, hang on one second. And she like will take your data pad and switch it over to another data pad and give you back your computer. You'll find that the files are no longer on your computer, which you probably wouldn't. Anna would not find too strange. Obviously, she's not just going to make a copy of it so that you could then just go sell it to someone else. So the file is gone. But
Okay.
it is in her possession. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I was gonna ask if we had another version, but yeah, no, I'm cool if she has it.
She will let you know that if you need to look at it for whatever reason, just come to her if you think it would help you in some way.
Just don't
But
sell
yeah.
it to a competitor situation. Yeah, no, it's fair.
Exactly. Yeah. Like she's been in business far too long.
So has Anna.
So
Kid? Kid has a plus.
Yes, kid.
Before they leave, when Anna leaves the room, Kid's gonna want to have a small conversation with Finn Mookie. It doesn't have to be like in game now or anything. It's kind of
Okay. No,
but,
sure.
yeah.
We could sure. Finn would just say, "Yes, kid, was it?"
Yeah. You said that we could, and you. There's something I wanted to know if you could look into someone.
Sure. What do you need?
I need to know where someone is.
I see. Well, it just so happens that as the black market on Zebron, what we can do is fairly limited without drawing too much attention. But making people disappear is one of our specialities. So if you need someone found, typically we don't offer that service, but reversing the process might not be too difficult. Who are you looking for?
Kid opens their mouth and then closes it and then opens it again and goes, it's hard to explain. I can describe her.
Her. Oh, she gets like this knowledge in her eye. You mean your mother? Hellhound talked about her.
Kid gets a slightly offended and irritated look and then nods.
She like leans back as if reminiscing. For such a quiet fellow, he sure spoke volumes.
Yeah, I really wish he would stop that. I liked him better when he was quiet.
Well, I'd be dead without him, so it's hard for me to fault him too much. From what I understand, and correct me if I have any of this inaccurately, mother is not a literal phrase, but more of a moniker as she, I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but somehow collected you all and raised you of a sort. Correct?
Kit nods with a very bitter look.
And from the way that you are looking and the way Hellhound spoke, not on very good terms with her, are we?
No.
I see. So should this inquiry be discreet?
Yes. I've made a wish and it made her money go away, which I should have made it mine, but I didn't think about that. But I want to know where she is before she can figure out where I am.
Okay. I swear, for the final time in this conversation, because I am beginning to lose my reputation. I'm sorry, what? You made a what?
We went on a trip to the candy place, and there was a guy, and Lil made him break his jaw, and we got to make wishes. And that was my wish. Not to break his jaw, but to wish away her. Anyways, yeah, that's what I like. If you can, that's good, but yeah.
Um, so I'm just going to ignore most of that and take from it that this person has lost a large sum of money very recently.
I don't know where it went, but I know that it's not mine and I'm upset about it.
What can you tell me about them? What do they do? What are their interests or hobbies? If I were to look for someone, what would I be looking for?
A big place. Lots of rooms. Angry people. Stupid people.
That describes about 2/3 of the galaxy. I was more referring to what does she do? What are her interests? Her profession, perhaps?
She makes things.
So, an engineer. Mechanical things, structures, buildings.
Kid pauses for a very long time and kind of fiddles with their hands, and then finally they answer, us.
And like you see like realization dawn on her. Oh. That puts a lot in perspective, actually. Oh. I see. Mother. Right. Hellhound. I was wondering why I'd never come across an animal that looked quite like him. It is a him, I assume.
Kid shrugs.
So I'm looking for a genetic engineer who has lost a vast sum of money recently and probably has a lot of creations not too happy with her. Do you by chance know of any other name other than Mother?
Sean. I remember Sean, but I don't know if that's her name.
That's still something. I'll tell you what, kid. That's a decent amount to start with. There can't be too many genetic engineers in the world, the galaxy, that have lost vast sums of money in the past little bit of time. Could narrow the search down if I can find it. I'll make you the same offer I made Lucas. Give me a week, see what my agents can find out. Will that be acceptable?
Kid nods.
Well, then, happy to help.
After that, Kid turns and starts towards the door and then pauses as their hand is on the handle, and then looks over their shoulder and says thank you and walks out.
All right. So, if I understand correctly, Isaac, you picked up those things. Probably 400 clicks, about, give or take, mostly for the programming part,
Okay.
because it would take about 3 or 4 hours of labor to program it.
Okay.
The rest, I assume, you plan on building yourself.
Yes. The materials. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking of materials. For materials. It might be heavy, but I'm kind of tempted to go with clear titanium.
Okay.
So it's MDC thing that can't be punched again,
right,
and broken like that. So why don't we just call the whole thing 2400?
Okay, certainly. Give me a second. I would say close to
wait. Squeak.
Finding.
Hold on. You're really robotic.
Yeah, too.
Okay.
No.
We're gonna switch to Discord calling. Or I'll just disconnect and reconnect. Why don't you guys do the same? Our server's not doing well for some reason. It's taking a while to authenticate. Voice connected. Can anyone hear me?
Hello.
Friends?
Hello?
boy.
Hello?
Oh,
Hi.
thank God. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. It took a while. I'm thinking a lot of this is due to the screen share voice calling thing. They're rolling out more and more people to have it. So the
Oh, I
servers
see.
aren't taking it that well.
Well, I don't have it yet.
Neither do I.
Discord.
So 2,400
Okay.
clicks.
No, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be actually, if you want to do it this way where it's mega damage and whatnot, it's gonna be about 4,000 clicks because
That's
finding a semi-translucent mirror-like surface that is MDC is fairly rare. I mean, it's not an easy material to make because it's not just like a window translucent; it is one-sided mirror is what you need.
Yeah. And, might as well make the frame out of MD wood, if there is any.
Uh,
I will tell you that is a thing that does exist in
Yeah.
Earth rifts.
Yeah.
what MDC mirrors?
No,
MDC wood.
I have know about that, but the wood.
Oh,
thing.
wood. Yes. You would have two options. You could get straight up MDC wood. You could get an MDC material that is sanded and molded to look and feel like the texture of wood. It's up to you.
Let's go with the second.
Okay. That'd make it slightly cheaper, say 3,800.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. And like I said, about 4 hours worth of programming, and then that's it. You're good. You have the basically he gives you the motherboard to attach to it,
Oh,
already set up and ready to go.
okay. Then, yeah. That's what he's going to be doing for the next few days. Woohoo!
All right. So if I understand correctly, the next big step is to go get yourselves a techno wizard.
I do believe so. I do believe that is what we should do. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think this is actually a pretty good. I know it's about 15 minutes early or so, but it's a good place to stop for now.
Sure.
And then start next session up with you guys going to get yourselves.
Decrypting the file?
Well, yes, absolutely. We can start that with you decrypting the file. Indeed.
No,
Also,
right
we can
now.
say, if you guys want, we can say you took a week to plan and all that, so that Lucas and Kid can go back to receive what's coming to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Seems good to me.
Make it ominous, why don't you?
Bum, bum, bum.
Wah, wah,
All right.
All he
So
wants is a
yeah, we'll end the
squeaky
session
hammer.
here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for
Yes.
watching. We will see you guys next week.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.